Welcome to the Week in Review setup.
Seth Rollins, and this is Bretto live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? Bretto live back with another video, and today we're going to be going over Raw and SmackDown from this past week. Starting with Monday Night Raw, we're going to talk about everything that happened on the show, timeline order, so let's do this. This episode of Raw from Providence, Rhode Island opened with a new and improved Judgment Day. Finn Balor, JD McDonough, Carlito, Dominic Mysterio, and Liv Morgan. I love this new Judgment Day. They come out looking strong as ever, and they get interrupted, shockingly, I might add, by the LWO. Rey Mysterio confronts his son again. It felt so good to see them in the ring. Obviously, an exchange of words happened, and then it ended in a brawl, led to a six-man tag team match, which was amazing. Judgment Day versus LWO. I really enjoyed this match, especially when Joaquin Wilde did that little launch he does off the ropes to the outside. I love that move. The finish was crazy. Liv Morgan helps Dominic beat his deadbeat dad again. Rey Mysterio was looking to drop the dime in the corner, finish it off with a frog splash. Liv trips him up while the referee isn't looking. Dom takes advantage, pins Rey Mysterio again. Second time Liv helped Dom. How crazy is that? After the match, the Judgment Day are like, heck, why not? Let's go beat up on the LWO even more. They look to put Rey Mysterio through the announce table. With Dominic Mysterio balancing on the steel post, the Terror Twins interrupt this before Rey Mysterio gets taken out. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest were only able to get their hands on Carlito and JD McDonough. The rest of the Judgment Day, they kind of hightailed out of there. Rhea Ripley hit the Riptide on JD McDonough, and then Damian Priest hit the South of Heaven on Carlito. This was a solid finish for this segment. I enjoyed it, but Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, they weren't able to get their hands on the people that they really wanted to get their hands on, that being Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. The tag team match is going to be amazing. Bash in Berlin, happening later today. Prediction video on the channel if you guys want to see last minute predictions. But this was a heck of an opener, man. I loved seeing LWO versus Judgment Day, and then the Terror Twins coming out. Damage Control took out PFC. It was a tag team match. Pure Fusion Collective, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, going up against Kairi Sane and Io Sky of Damage Control. This tag team match was actually really freaking decent. We did see the return of Selena Vega, who would take out Sonya Deville on ringside, distracting PFC, allowing for Kairi Sane and Io Sky to pick up the victory with the insane elbow. I was like, dude, let's freaking go, man. Damage Control on top. I want Asuka back. I really do. I want Damage Control in full force. I want Asuka back. I want Dakota back. And I really want to see cool face Damage Control just tear up the freaking tag division. Man, I can't wait for that to happen. But dude, it's cool to see Selena Vega back. She got a little redemption on Sonya Deville and the PFC. This is pretty cool. Bo Dallas had a pretty awesome promo. Of course, this being pre-recorded, it was really solid. Talked about Bo Dallas, talked about how he's going to be fighting in the main event of the show in a one-on-one action as Uncle Howdy. I enjoyed it. I like these freaking Wyatt 6 interesting videos that they do. I think they're really cool. And Bo Dallas, man, he's doing a great job carrying on Bray's legacy. I'll talk about the main event. It was freaking sick. We'll talk about it soon. Drew McIntyre was cutting a promo, you know, the classic ordeal with Drew, bashing Punk, and Drew even bashed Punk's promo from last week that even I was hating on. I did not like CM Punk's promo from last week. Even Drew was hating on it. Nor did Drew know, though, that CM Punk was hiding under the ring live streaming on Instagram while Drew McIntyre was cutting his promo in the ring. I found this absolutely hilarious. CM Punk was just waiting for his opportunity. He attacked Drew McIntyre from behind with the strap, because of course they're going to be having a strap match at Bash in Berlin, so Punk attacks him with the strap, gets the best of Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre ran away. He ran through the crowd. He's like, I don't want no part of Punk, so he dipped up out of there. CM Punk reigns supreme, and honestly, I think Drew fears Punk. Drew thinks Punk fears Drew, but no, I think that Drew fears Punk. This is going to be a great match. I can't wait for it. Some solid build-up here. It was a triple threat match to get one step closer to becoming Intercontinental Champion, where Jey Uso, Yeet, went up against Karrion Kross, who went up against Kofi Kingston in triple threat tag team action. I enjoyed the snot out of this match. I felt like it flowed amazing. I really did. I was expecting Karrion Kross to take the W here, but no. It was Mr. Yeet Man, Jey Uso, who will enter the Fatal 4-Way match to become #1 contender for Braun Breaker's Intercontinental Championship. This, once again, great triple threat. And to see Jey win, yeet. Randy Orton cut a promo about Gunther, and tell me why Gunther didn't interrupt, or we didn't even see Ludwig Kaiser? It's gotta be because maybe Gunther and Ludwig were already down in Berlin, because I felt like something was missing here. I'm like, why didn't Randy Orton get interrupted by anybody? It just felt so weird. He cut his promo, talked about how the crowd is singing his music, talked about how he's going to become a 15-time world champion, talked about his family, how it's personal, and I was like, bro, nobody's going to interrupt this? I was like, I guess everybody's afraid of the Viper, and I can't say I blame them. This was a great promo from Randy Orton. It was just weird not to see anybody interrupt him. It was Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman in a monster mash of a match. I loved this match. Did we see a finish? No winner, but we did see a monstrous maneuver on the parking lot of the arena. They're both going to be counted out, so it's a no contest, there's no winner. And then they brawl all the way backstage into the parking lot. Well, Bronson Reed would climb up this concrete wall and jump on top of Braun Strowman, who was laid out on the top of a vehicle. Say if this car had like a top, he was laid out here, not on the hood. This car just doesn't have a top. So he jumps off the concrete, lands on Braun Strowman, crushes the top and the windows of the freaking car. I was like, oh my god, that was like 1,000 pounds of humanity just crushed a freaking car, and a little spark went off inside of the vehicle. I thought it was really cool. I loved this spot. Bronson Reed is wreaking havoc, and I feel like the entire locker room has officially been put on notice. He just took out the monster amongst men. Like, literally, you gotta watch out for Bronson Reed. Any means necessary to get an opportunity, and man, Adam Pearce better give him an opportunity after this. He just took out the monster. Braun Strowman couldn't feel his fingers after this. It was another number one contender qualifiers match here for the IC title. It was Xavier Woods versus The Miz versus Pete Dunne in a match, and man, I thought for sure they were going to give this to Xavier Woods, dude. Did anybody notice how Xavier Woods was wearing black, by the way? And Kofi Kingston was wearing green? How interesting is that? A bright color on Kingston and a dark color on Woods. Possibly foreshadowing a little heel turn. But as far as the match, I loved it. Miz looked great. Woods looked great. Woods had the victory. He hit his elbow drop, and then Pete Dunne pulled the official out of the ring. No disqualification, so he was able to pull the official out of the ring. That stopped the pinfall. Otherwise, Xavier Woods had this one in the bag. But Pete Dunne was able to take advantage. I believe he pinned The Miz to pick up the victory here, and he did enter the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contendership for the IC title. So Pete Dunne, one step closer to becoming IC champion. But once again, I feel like this should have been Xavier Woods, man. It would have felt great. As Woods wins, Kofi loses. It just would have felt great. It really would have. Braun Breaker still thinks he will be unstoppable after this tournament. No matter who wins, he's not afraid of him. Had a little interview backstage with, I believe it was Kathy Kelly. And it was our main event of the show, where Uncle Howdy had a one-on-one match, and it was amazing. Yes, I do realize that is The Fiend. Obviously, we don't have an Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas figure yet, so I'm using The Fiend, man. The gauntlet that Uncle Howdy had on his wrist, I guess that was like parts of The Fiend's old attire that he put together and put on his wrist in honor of Bray Wyatt, which I thought was friggin' sick. This match was great, okay? American Made tried to get involved after the referee gets taken out. Typical, but then here comes the Wyatt Six to back up Uncle Howdy, and they do. They brawl out of the arena, and then that allows for Uncle Howdy to hit Wicked Sister Abigail on Chad Gable. Chad Gable selling it amazingly like he's been doing, and then that allows for Uncle Howdy to pin Chad Gable 1, 2, 3. Where does this go from here? Do they continue this storyline? I don't know. Between the Wyatt Six and American Made, I don't know if they're going to continue it, but I know this match was amazing, and I love the Wyatt Six. I love the Wyatt Six, dude, and seriously. And Uncle Howdy's entrance, awesome! Do I think they could shorten his hair a little bit? Maybe, because it was kind of getting in his face a lot during the match. I felt like it was kind of an annoyance to him. So maybe they could shorten the hair on the wig. Ranking this show out of 10, I am going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. I thought the show flowed amazing. I thought it was really freaking good. And my favorite moment was easily Bronson Reed doing the frog splash on Braun Strowman, literally on the top of a vehicle. And my favorite match had to have been Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable. What do you say we jump into the blue brand? We got a little taste of what we'll see at Bash in Berlin in just a few hours with this crowd. Berlin is hot. I can't wait for Bash in Berlin. Here we go. Friday Night SmackDown before we get to Bash in Berlin. Let's go. Opening up the show with LA Knight and his United States Championship Open Challenge. Man, did this give me Cena flashbacks. Remember when Cena was doing the Open Challenge in 2015? God, it was so good. Anyways, LA Knight hypes up the crowd, gets behind Germany, and his Open Challenge response was responded by Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser, Germany's own. Here comes Ludwig Kaiser. He goes one-on-one with LA Knight. Match was actually pretty hot. It was weird hearing Ludwig Kaiser chants, man. I don't think that will ever happen again unless they go back to Germany. I swear to you. Ludwig Kaiser was being cheered, guys. That's crazy. Anyways, LA Knight does pick up the victory in this match by hitting the BFT. Blood Force Trauma, 1, 2, 3. LA Knight defends his title successfully. Match was good. Like I said, I enjoyed Ludwig. I think he's really talented. It's just, man, it was weird seeing the crowd cheer him. But hey, good for LA Knight. He gets better and better every time I see him. It was a tag team match with Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin burn the ships, going up against Los Garza, Angel, and Bretto. Match was pretty good. I did see Elektra Lopez jump on the apron, distract the referee, allowing for Santos Escobar to get involved in this match when he wasn't part of the match. He hits Baron Corbin, takes him out of the equation, allows for Angel and Bretto to deliver a double team maneuver to Apollo Crews in the ring, pick up the victory, and win the tag team match. Would I have liked to have seen Apollo and Baron win here? Maybe, but I mean, hey, Legado del Fantasma hasn't been getting too much traction, so hey, for them to get the W here, I guess it felt pretty good. Solo Sikoa and the rest of the Bloodline had a little promo backstage, talking about how they took out Roman Reigns, the Wise Men, Jimmy Uso, and basically everybody super close to Solo to get the Bloodline where it is now. Solo Sikoa said he's not afraid of Roman. He's coming for Roman, and they kind of just hyped up for an episode of SmackDown next week with the Bloodline. Nick Aldis was talking about all the success that they've been having in Berlin, Germany, and all around Germany. My goodness. And then he introduced Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, the two men that are going to be facing each other in just a couple hours here at Bash in Berlin for the WWE Undisputed Championship. He introduced both of them. They cut a little promo. And Kevin Owens highlighted how Cody Rhodes, I guess, injured his leg, his knee, on one of the matches in the live tour. I was like, I did not hear about this. Kevin Owens called out Cody Rhodes because he didn't take a knee during his entrance, and man, that damn near confirms it. I'm like, what? This is crazy. So Cody's injured, and Kevin's going into this match saying, Cody, if you're not 100%, I don't want this match. I need you 100% because I don't want my title win to be tainted like it was when Triple H helped me in 2016 to defeat Seth Rollins. I loved this promo. This is long-term storytelling with Kevin Owens at its finest. I love it, man. I still think Kevin Owens is going to turn heel at Bash in Berlin, though. I really enjoyed this promo. I can't wait for the match, and hopefully Kevin turns heel. If you guys didn't see the prediction video, it is on the channel if you guys want to see full predictions. I thought we were going to see Theory hit Grayson, man. It should have happened. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin, after taking their loss early in the show, got approached by Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Theory and Waller, of course, going to talk their smack, and once again, here goes Grayson Waller putting words in Theory's mouth, saying that Theory was talking crap about Corbin, even though he wasn't, but he admitted to it just to sound like a tough guy, and then he got in the face of Grayson Waller after Apollo and Corbin walked away, and he's like, man, why did you do that? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep putting words into my mouth like this? And then Grayson Waller, the manipulator he is, he just reaffirmed to Theory, everything's okay, everything's good, this is how we act in Australia, no worries, you're my best mate. And then Austin Theory gave him a handshake again. I was like, bro, Theory, you gotta knock this punk out. Giovanni Vinci had another little hype video here on SmackDown letting us know that he's gonna be debuting next week. Hopefully it's not just a regular enhancement match. Hopefully he does something different instead of just like I said, an enhancement match. I want to see something new. I hope they don't do Giovanni Vinci dirty because I think they could do him amazing if they just do it right. If they just do it right, man. I'm excited to see Gio. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Normally I complain when we get rematch after rematch after rematch, but it was Carmelo Hayes going up against Andrade for the 4th time here, and Carmelo Hayes was able to tie it up. Carmelo Hayes tied it 2-2 over Andrade. Match was amazing. The finish was freaking sick. We saw Carmelo jump off the top rope, do this little leg drop to the back of the head of Andrade while he was in this position right here. I was like, that was freaking dope. Carmelo's amazing. He's like one of my favorite high flyers on SmackDown right now. And for him to take out Andrade back to back here, they need to have a 5th match to determine who's going to go one up on the other person, 3-2. Oh man, I hope it's Carmelo. I just prefer him over Andrade. But dude, these guys have amazing chemistry. I loved this match. Fast paced, short, good though. And our main event of the show, it was a women's championship street fight where Nia Jax defended her title up against Michin in a super hardcore match for the title belt. Michin walked down to the ring with a freaking grocery cart full of weaponry. The match got going, tables were used, absolutely insane stuff, even where Michin got freaking slammed on the hardest part of the ring, the apron, and I literally thought she was like paralyzed. I'm like, oh my god, that was insane. Finish of the match was crazy. We saw Tiffany Stratton come out. We thought she was going to cash in, but I guess she was just supposedly trying to help Nia Jax win this match, but I think she was debating cashing in. Anyways, Bayley comes out, returns, and helps out Michin, or tries to at least, to take out Tiffany Stratton, and she takes out Tiffany Stratton, but it doesn't really work out for Michin. Michin got put in a garbage can, and then annihilated by Nia Jax. She did the Annihilator while the garbage can was over her freaking torso and head. I was like, God, that's insane. And then she wasn't done there. After the match, after she pinned her 1, 2, 3 and retained her title, throws table parts and trash can lids on her. I'm like, what the heck? You already won the match, you punk Nia Jax. What the heck? But this was an awesome sight. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty cool Annihilator from Nia Jax. I really enjoyed the main event, and once again, just to see Michin get slammed in that garbage can, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty freaking cool. You guys let me know your thoughts on this episode of SmackDown down in the comments section down below. That's a wrap. This episode of SmackDown, I'm gonna give a solid 7 out of 10. I thought it flowed really well. I thought it was really, really decent, and the crowd was hot. My favorite match / moment was probably Nia versus Michin. Man, I wasn't expecting to like this match as much as I did, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really good. I'm excited for Bash in Berlin. Once again, I'm going to be reviewing that show tomorrow morning, okay? I'm going to be reviewing Bash in Berlin tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications if you don't want to miss it, and I will see you guys for that video. Bretto Live is signing